Have you ever talked to someone who won't look you in the eyes? They glance away. They stare at the floor. They look everywhere except at you. And it makes you wonder, are they lying? Are they afraid of me? Do they not care? But here's the thing. People who avoid eye contact aren't always hiding something. Sometimes they're hiding from something. Let's break down what's really going on. They feel too much when they look at you. Eye contact is intense. When you look into someone's eyes, you're seeing them, and they're seeing you. For some people, that level of intimacy is overwhelming. It's too raw, too vulnerable, too exposing. So they look away because holding your gaze feels like you can see straight into their soul. And maybe they're not ready to be seen that deeply. Maybe they're carrying shame, insecurity, or pain they don't want you to notice. So they protect themselves by looking down, looking past you, looking anywhere but directly at the truth in your eyes. They were taught that eye contact is disrespectful. Not everyone grows up learning that eye contact means confidence. In some cultures and families, looking an adult in the eyes is seen as defiance or rudeness. Children are taught to look down when being scolded, to lower their gaze as a sign of respect. So now, even as adults, their body automatically avoids eye contact in certain situations. It's not fear, it's conditioning. It's a learned behavior so deeply ingrained that even when they want to look at you, something inside them pulls their eyes away. They're not being rude, they're following a script written in their childhood. Social anxiety makes eye contact feel like a performance. Imagine being in a conversation and all you can think about is, am I looking at them too much? Not enough. Do I look weird? Should I look away now? For people with social anxiety, eye contact isn't natural, it's a calculated performance. They're so hyper-aware of how they're being perceived that maintaining eye contact becomes exhausting. Their brain is screaming instructions. Look, don't stare, look away, now look back. And in that mental chaos, it's easier to just avoid it altogether. Because when they're not making eye contact, they have one less thing to overthink. They're lying or hiding something. Let's be honest. Sometimes people avoid eye contact because they're not being truthful. When you're lying, eye contact feels dangerous. It's like the other person can see through the facade. So they look away to create distance, to make the lie feel less confrontable. They're not necessarily bad people. Maybe they're hiding how they really feel. Maybe they're protecting you from a truth you're not ready to hear. Or maybe they're just uncomfortable with the dishonesty and their eyes give them away. Either way, the avoidance is a tell. And deep down, they know it. Eye contact feels like giving someone power over them. For some people, looking someone in the eyes feels like surrendering control. It feels submissive, exposing, like handing someone the ability to read them. And if they've been hurt, manipulated, or controlled before, they protect themselves by withholding that access. Eye contact is intimacy, and intimacy requires trust. When trust has been broken repeatedly, they guard themselves. They keep their gaze distant because letting someone in through their eyes feels like letting someone in too deep. And they're not ready for that level of vulnerability. They're processing what you're saying. Not everyone can look at you and listen at the same time. Some people need to look away to actually hear you. When they break eye contact, they're not tuning out, they're tuning in. Their brain works better when they're not distracted by visual input. So they look at the wall, the ceiling, or into the distance because that's how they process information. It's not rude, it's how they think. And if you demand constant eye contact from them, you're actually making it harder for them to understand you. They don't feel safe. Sometimes avoiding eye contact is a survival instinct. Maybe the person in front of them has power over them. A boss, a parent, an abuser. And eye contact in those situations can trigger anger, punishment, or confrontation. So they've learned to make themselves small, to look down, to disappear. It's not weakness, it's self-preservation. They're reading the room, sensing danger, and protecting themselves the only way they know how. And if you're the one they're avoiding eye contact with, maybe it's worth asking yourself, do they feel safe with me? Here's the truth. Eye contact means different things to different people. For some, it's confidence. For others, it's fear. For some, it's respect. For others, it's a threat. So next time someone won't look you in the eyes, don't immediately assume the worst. Ask yourself, what might they be protecting? What might they be feeling? Because sometimes the eyes that look away are carrying the heaviest stories. And maybe they're not avoiding you. Maybe they're just trying to survive being seen. If you want to understand the hidden psychology in everyday behaviors, subscribe now. Because on this channel, we're reading between the lines of what people don't say.